Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to throw, Purdy. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Jennings, a receiver, in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Purdy now to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Juwan Jennings from 4 yards out. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Niners 7, Eagles nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield. hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Motion to the left with Jennings. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Purdy. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Throwing here, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Eagles nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
It's Barkley on the counter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith catches left side.
Complete to Devontae Smith. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Now back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
That one goes for 8 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, able to avoid him.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
I call it no gain there on the first down play. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Purdy.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He's got his target. That's complete. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Barkley, inside handoff.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle here to Brown. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy. Open man is born. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Fair catch. Signal for and
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. This will be caught by Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Smith catches left side. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's a give to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Eagles 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to try and do this himself. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
For the field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So 3 points, a response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play action, now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he goes out right around the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
A first down carry for Barkley. That's some strong running. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignment, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This would work quite well on that play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
There's a short one caught by Tonjes. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Purdy on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Purdy now to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle from 19 yards away.
And the 49ers will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. A solid stiff arm.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
31, Eagles 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, 50 yards. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So Purdy and the Niners
down 35-31. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Purdy.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Purdy.
Out right to Bourne. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Throwing, Purdy.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
At the 38-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Purdy to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 36-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Here's Purdy to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Jalen Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Purdy to throw.
that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Purdy, big fourth down play. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted.
Oh, what a move. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Purdy's pass intercepted.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.